So, welcome. I'm Carla.
And I'm Preston.
And these are Tales from Cape
Cape
Bretoners. Yeah, you betcha. So, we're back again, and our weather's starting to look up a little bit around here.
It is, snow's finally starting.
It's gone down to like places. A foot and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's doing a lot here. I can't get out.
It's melted down to a foot and a half.
There's
a block of
a lot
ice
of bare
now.
grass up there now, anyways. But we're supposed to get more this weekend. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're still fighting a little bit of winter, but we're coming into spring and enjoying it. We had like an 11-degree couple of days at 11 degrees, and today it was 9, and it was beautiful.
Melts it quick, right?
Yeah.
And so it could come again this weekend. But if it gets warmer, it's getting.
Like
the days are getting longer. I don't care.
It's just
That's
it won't.
Sign of summer and spring coming.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and it'll be here quick enough. I mean, we're already in March, which is crazy. I mean,
that's right.
Holy smokes, man!
Time's just a tick tick tick.
Yeah. Shelley's birthday is next weekend, not this weekend. Next weekend, and our anniversary is that same weekend. Me and Tracy.
Yeah.
So it's 17th.
Yeah, you're
our
right.
Anniversary. So, so anyways, lots of fun coming up. So we'll be having a few parties, a few pops.
We sure will be.
Yeah, and so tonight we're going to talk about party stories. Not fights, not stuff like that, just odd things that happen when you're out partying. So
Weird stories,
yeah. Like unlikely things that should happen when you're out partying.
Yeah.
You know? Getting beat up, that's pretty normal for some people when they're out partying, because they're just douchebags and they deserve to get beat up on a regular basis. You know, but yeah, we're talking about the odd things. So I'm going to tell you a story tonight about when I was back in college and I was living with my sister Donna. I was renting a room from her, and we all decided to go out to a place called the Hub in Kitchener. It was a dance place. So we're all out there and we're dancing, we're having a good time, and it's an odd place. It's kind of in a mall. It's not really like a nightclub as you would describe a nightclub. It's kind of like somebody took a retail space and turned it into a nightclub. So it don't have really high roofs or anything like that, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, nonetheless, you know, drinks are reasonably priced and we're having a great time and we're out there dancing and having a good old time, and her husband Billy was there and his brother Gary was there and a bunch of their friends were there and a couple of my friends were there, and anyway, so we're all around dancing, and Billy's brother Gary, he jumped high into the air and he hit a pot light, like a spotlight, on the dance floor, and it come flying off, and it hit me on the head, and it knocked me out.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of the dance floor.
I was babysitting that night.
And my sister panics, like, holy shit, everything stops, the lights come on, they call an ambulance. I'm knocked out for not long, maybe 15, 20 seconds, not very long at all. And I kind of come to, and I'm like, what? And everybody's like, don't move, you know, you had a spotlight hit you on the head, and I'm like, what? What the fuck?
Fucking spotlight.
Yeah, like, what are you talking about, right? And they're like, don't move. So then the ambulance got there probably within 10 minutes. It wasn't long. Like,
what fucking bar were you guys at anyway?
A place called the Hub in Kitchener.
The Hub.
Yeah, it was right around the mall there. I don't know, White Oaks or whatever they call it there in Kitchener. There's a mall, and it was a strip mall across from the mall. So anyways, it was called the Hub. It was there forever. Like, a lot of university students went there, college students and whatever.
Because that night I was watching my brothers.
Yeah, well, you were watching a bunch of kids. You were watching the neighbors' kids. You were watching all of them. You were watching all of them. Yeah, that's right. You had about 20 kids with you that night. Yeah.
Bed you go. Get to bed.
Irene came. The neighbors, Rob and his wife came.
There's your tent in the basement. Go to bed.
That's right. Yeah. So you were inundated with about 20 kids.
I think you were upstairs though. All of the bedrooms.
I don't know. That might have been the night there that Evan got his teeth knocked out. I don't even know. But
I think you were fighting or something.
Yeah.
No, they never did that on my watch. That was pretty good.
Yeah. Pretty good. Go to bed and shut up. Anyway, so the ambulance comes, and to me it seemed like the ambulance was there like instantly, but I guess it took about maybe 10 minutes. This is a city, so the ambulances are pretty quick in those areas. Anyways, the ambulance gets there, and my sister explains what happened, and I got a bit of a cut, which was unreal. Yeah. That I only had a bit of a cut.
I know, Mike.
Like, I mean, how I didn't completely open up my forehead is really beyond me, but
Dad
I guess
came
it's
home,
the way.
He was impressed.
Yeah. I guess it's the way it kind of hit me and bounced off. The way it hit kind of bounced off or rolled off instead of sharp edge going in my forehead. Thank God. So, anyways, the ambulance. My sister's telling them what happened and that I was out for 30 seconds or whatever. I was knocked out, and so they start flashing the light in my eye, my good eye, and they're like, "Follow the light," and I follow the light, and then they put it in my glass eye, and they're like, right, and I'm not saying it because I'm not thinking. I'm just I'm obviously in a bit of shock here, right? I'm not thinking, right? And they're flashing the light in my glass eye. And they're like, "Oh my God, we got to get her to the hospital. We got to get her in the gurney." And Donna is like, my sister is like, "What do you mean? What's wrong? What's wrong?" Well, her pupil's not dilating, right? And Donna starts laughing. And they're like, "Why are you laughing? This is not funny." And she goes, "Oh no. She has a glass eye." And they're like, "Oh." So then everybody starts laughing. Right? I'm like, "I'm okay. I'm fine."
Yeah, Dad was impressed that night when he came home, and his mom was telling the story too. And I'm like, "What a spotlight! Oh, like a big one!" Dad goes, "He was right impressed, right? He was like a big one, like holy fuck!"
Yeah, knocked the room, boom, bang. What are the odds? Like all the people on the dance floor, man, all of the people had to be me. The old man would have been laughing at me.
Yeah.
Of course it was you. Yeah. Of course it was you.
Yeah.
Anything happens, it happens to you. It's like
it's not like our cousin. You know, I won't mention his name, but apparently he wears kayaks for feet, right?
Yeah.
So one night we're over at the Legion. I don't know if we ever told this story.
Knights of Columbus.
Yeah, Knights of Columbus. That's right. Yeah. I thought it was the Legion, but it was the Knights of Columbus. Right. And we were doing karaoke. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. I think he thought he was dancing.
I'm not entirely sure.
And whatever it was, he tripped over his own fucking feet. And it could have been the corner where the dance floor met to the rug too. But whatever it was, I think. But
I checked that. Because I checked that to see if anything was.
And he split right under.
Oh my God! Right.
So
right
I don't think we told this story.
No, we haven't.
No. So, anyways, my cousin Trevor. Well, he's there for the first time.
Yeah.
Like he's coming back to Guelph from when he was young, and then he's older now, right? And we're all grown up, young men.
Young men, yeah. 22, maybe
so
20,
we're
21,
we're in Guelph, right? And I'm familiar with everything because I lived there for a few years recently, right? Like when he was coming. So, anyways, remember me and Lee, eh?
Yeah.
It was Lee and Anthony.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get them on the show one day or something. You never know. Who knows? You never know who a guest might want to be.
Anthony definitely one day will be on the show. Yeah.
There's some cool people around. Maybe we might get to interview some fucking people. People want to move home to the East Coast here too. So, anyways.
But Anthony will be coming to visit, so for sure.
Yeah. And so, anyways, we go down there to take them to the emergency. Let's go. We'll take them in the cab.
Yeah. So basically, the way it was is I said to Preston, "You brought them, you take them. Your responsibility." Right?
Yeah. So we take a cab and we drop them off. We go into the hospital.
Yeah.
Right. We're going to take them into the emergency, guys. So keep this in mind, right?
And he doesn't know where he's at.
Yeah, he doesn't know where he's at. Like he's staying with a cousin of ours. We're all family, right? But we love each other, right? This is what we do, right? So, anyways, I forget what happened. I think what happened is because we were pretty. All of us were pretty hammered. Right?
Oh yeah. I was hammered.
And I was playing with a wheelchair.
Yeah.
And Lee was pushing me around, and we were like just doing stupid things with a wheelchair, right? And Anthony would put him in there, rah, rah.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the fucking security kicked us out of there. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Fucking get out of here. We're going to
Time
call
to
the
go.
cops. We're going to call the cops, right?
Yeah. So
We're waiting for a friend. We said,
yeah.
get out of here.
Yeah.
You know? He didn't know where he was still.
Yeah.
We dropped him off. We forgot what we were there for. So we just fucking left him. You know? Anyways, fuck, it was probably 2-3 hours later.
It had to be.
You came in.
It
What
had to
the
be.
fucker?
Yeah, no. So 2-3 hours later, I get home from the bar, right? And I'm in the bag myself. Right?
Where's Trevor? I don't know.
I'm in the bag myself, and I get home and I said, "Well, what happened to Trevor?" He said, "Well, I don't know." I said, "What do you mean you don't know?" "Well, I left him there." I said, "Well, fuck, man, you can't just leave him there. He doesn't even know where he's at." And he goes, "Well, I don't know. Whatever. It's done now."
Kicked us out of the hospital.
He's like, "It's done now." I'm like, "Oh." So I phoned my friend that just dropped me off, and I say to her, I said, her name was Wendy, and she didn't drink. So I phoned Wendy and I said, "Listen, man, I'm sorry, I hate to bother you, but I'm too drunk to drive, and my stupid cousin is at the hospital because they left him there." And she's like, "What do you mean they left him there?" And I said, "Well, apparently they just left him there." So we get to the hospital, and
You didn't leave him there. You got kicked out of there.
Well, whatever, however, that's not I didn't find that out till the next day. But anyway, so I get to the hospital, to the emergency, and there he is sitting at the bus stop, at the bench at the bus stop, in the bus stop. And I'm like, I pull over and I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I don't know." I'm like, "Well, why didn't you phone Brenda? Take a cab home. Like, well, after midnight, I'm not allowed to come." I'm like, fuck. Right? And I did not want him staying at my house. I did not want, because he kind of had a bit of an odor problem at that time in his life. And I did not want him in my house. And I'm looking at Wendy, and she's like, "What are you going to do?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm not going to let him sit on a bus bench all night." I'm like, "Fine, get in the car. Get in the car." Like, and I'm just cursing and swearing at him like, "You fucking idiot," right? Not being very nice to him. Not being very considerate, considering he just opened up the whole bottom of his chin and got like 30 stitches. Like, probably as high as a kite, too, at the time, I'm sure. They drugged him up.
No, he was just really hammered.
No, but I think they probably drugged him up, too. Yeah, I don't think it was just alcohol. Because he seemed pretty calm, pretty relaxed, you know. So anyways, we get him home, and I make him go in the basement.
He like that.
We had a sitting room in the basement where we had darts and stuff, and an old couch. And I made him sleep. I did like 3 sheets across the old couch with an old blanket. And then I gave him another old blanket to have and an old pillow I could burn. Right? I said, "There, sleep there for the night." I said, "We'll call Brenda in the morning to come pick you up." Right? Oh, I was so mad. And by the time I got to bed, it was like 7 o'clock in the morning. It was like, oh my God. And I was loaded too. Well, I wasn't by the time I got home. I was pretty sober, actually. Fucking funny. Oh, so funny. I couldn't believe those guys, man. Well, then he tells me the next day, "Well, we were screwing around with the wheelchairs and they kicked us out." And I'm like,
He was always working. This is
Yeah.
the thing. He was a funny guy.
oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, no.
Wait till
You guys
he's
were
here.
like 19
He'll tell
years
you
old.
stories about his
Yeah.
head.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, I mean, Trevor's a funny guy. He didn't care that we left him there. He figured we'd be back sometime. He would have sat there. He would have sat there till I come back at 10 o'clock the next morning.
I thought for sure he knew where he was. He was not very far from where Brenda was.
No, I
Where
know.
he lived.
Yeah, no, I know.
But I forgot about that. If
Yeah.
if he wasn't home at midnight, he wasn't allowed to go home.
That's right. Yeah. So I just, because he said, "I figured eventually you'd come pick me up." Thinking eventually, that could have been noon tomorrow, man. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, holy smokes.
Oh yeah.
How he didn't get robbed or anything is beyond me. I don't know. Yeah, right across the street was the Homewood there, the psycho institution. Lucky you didn't get named or something. Or moved across the street. What are you sitting here for? Nothing.
Just hanging out.
Mm,
Yeah, it was funny.
yeah, that was pretty
That
funny,
was, man. He did a lot of fun things, him.
Yeah, oh my God, he and his son had yeah, wow, just wow. So all I can say is wow. You know, some people in this world, and that, you know, lucky in a lot of ways, like very lucky guy.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, because
Yeah.
I mean, most people would be dead from half the stuff he's been through.
Oh, no fucking doubt.
Oh yeah, right. You know, like,
no fucking
but
doubt.
it's like he doesn't have sense enough to have bad luck.
No.
You know, he doesn't have the sense to have bad luck.
Yeah.
All
He's
this-
went through a lot. He's put a lot of abuse to his body.
Mm,
You know,
for
that
sure.
guy there that you take the magnet there.
Yeah.
Holy shit! There, you got a fucking piece of metal in your head there,
Yeah.
Trevor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Mhm. Oh yeah, no, he's.
You know,
He's
I know.
funny.
You know, it's
Funny that
funny
way.
with him. I see a Norwegian side in our cousin. You know,
Oh yeah.
when
for
you look
sure.
at him,
He
there's
looks
that
like a Viking.
Norwegian side,
Oh, yeah.
no doubt. Blue eyes, the fucking
Viking.
yeah,
All the way.
no doubt. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, he could be on a tattoo with the Viking helmet, like his whole look. Could be. You could just put a Viking helmet with the sword.
Fucking missing tubs and fucking dates. Fuck, he is a story, man. Holy
Like
shit.
I said, he doesn't
It's
have
crazy, I
he doesn't
can't
have
believe
the sense to have bad luck. There's just no. He doesn't have the sense. It's just, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no
he's,
doubt.
He's what you call a good soul. You know?
Yeah, no doubt.
He's a good soul.
It's like time. Well, you're a good one there. One time there, I'm coming home. We're doing a ride.
Yeah.
And a bunch of guys, right? We
Mhm.
were doing a ride there through the mountains. There, we're going up through the shoe swaps,
Yeah.
right? And here's just a funny story, right? So I ride
Yeah.
a bagger, right? So
Yeah.
I got a real big bike, right? It's an electric glide classic.
Yeah.
So it's not like a little fat boy where I can just take those corners
Yeah.
as fast. You
Yeah.
know?
No, that's
So I
right.
need a little
Yeah.
bit more care, right? And
Yeah.
I'm sitting there going on the corners and I ride her hard.
Yeah.
And my bike, you can see it scraping on the pegs,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And this year here, we were doing this fucking ride. I had these brand new tires. They were fucking Dunlops, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going down the road like I would be on any other fucking beautiful fucking paved road. This is fucking brand new. I'm like, yeah, let's go, boys.
Yeah.
I'm fucking just giving her. Right?
Tires are hugging the road.
Oh, yeah, right?
Yeah.
And I go around this corner and I feel my bike get just fucking kicked out from under me.
Oh,
Like I
wow.
went on gravel. I'm like, what the fuck was that? So anyways, I'm like,
Yeah.
I pulled her up
Yeah.
without going over a cliff.
Thank God.
Because the fucking
Yeah.
cliffs there
Yeah.
are incredible.
Yeah.
And so anyways, and we pull over to this one spot, and it did it a couple times on me, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I was starting to get worried, so I wouldn't, I pulled her down in speed, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, we finished our ride. It almost fucking laid her down on a corner.
Mm-hmm.
It fucking, like it was riding on gravel, man. It just,
Yeah.
the tire was fucking not, it was not a good tire.
Yeah. Just like oil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you after here.
Yeah.
Like, so anyways, I go to take off this one spot, my fucking bike just drops.
Wow.
The tire, like the whole fucking 1,000 pounds, it just slipped,
Wow.
like on gravel.
Wow.
And I look, it was fucking brand new paved, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy fuck. So I pick it up. The boys are like, this is crazy, man, because they
Yeah.
couldn't believe what they were seeing, right? Because I'm a good rider.
Yeah.
I'm not an idiot when it comes
Yeah.
to riding, right? So, so I take off and I'm going fucking, that last one fucking hurt me.
Yeah.
Because I had to fucking try
Well,
to
yeah, I
jump off
imagine.
when my bike kicked.
Yeah.
It fucking landed on my leg when
Well, I
I tried to ride.
imagine.
I
Yeah.
couldn't get away, you know. Fuck.
Yeah.
No, anyways, I could feel it. It hurt.
I
But I'm
imagine it
riding
did.
down the road, right? And finished out our ride. We went around
Yeah.
British Columbia and stuff. And back to Alberta.
Yeah.
And
Was
I
that the time Tony was with
finished the
you?
ride. Yeah, well, God rest his soul.
Yeah.
My thumb is, it'll be the
Still
forever.
not right, yeah.
It gotta be the forever fucking love I have for my Uncle Tony.
Yeah.
And
You
you
tell
guys
that
can see
one.
my thumb there. If you see it, it's
not
off to
right.
the side now,
Yeah,
right?
It's not
So
right.
my side knuckle is twisted right around.
Yeah.
It was a motorcycle accident. My uncle hit me from the back because I was directing on one side, and another guy was
Tell the
responsible for
story.
directing.
Tell
Well,
the story.
we're riding motorcycles, and I was directed to cover this side, and then he was covering that side while we were trying to get out safely, right? Because we had a pack, right?
And I'll keep.
And,
I'm going to say this before he continues. He was begging Preston to go on a ride forever.
Yeah.
Like he just wanted to go on a ride.
So,
So finally, Preston said, "Okay, fine, come on a ride." There you go. Now
so
you can
I
continue
take
your
him
story.
on this ride, right? He comes, you know.
And he's excited.
And,
He's happy, happy, happy.
Oh,
Yeah.
happy as pig. and
Oh
shit,
yeah,
man.
absolutely.
You
Happy,
should have
happy.
seen him. Like, it was
And
incredible.
may
He had a
rest
lot
in
of good
peace.
times. He had his
Yeah.
moment,
Oh.
like watching that, you know, that 1970s movie with the Peter
Yeah.
Fonda.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
He was having that
Yeah.
moment
Yeah,
right there,
yeah.
right, with a bunch of
Yeah.
guys. Yeah, we
Yeah.
did a ride. It was nice. We
Yeah.
had a good time.
My brother Tony, he died last year.
Yeah,
But,
so-
rest in peace. But,
But
yeah, this is a good
rest in
story.
peace. But anyways, so I'm on one side guiding the traffic on this
Yeah.
just to keep people, you know,
Yeah,
just so
moving,
it's
yeah,
safe, right?
Safe, yeah.
And over here, another guy's blocking. So everybody's going, it's going, and Tony right in, boom, he right into me. I said, what the fuck? I see him hit my bike, and my bike went, and I'm like, oh, that hurt.
Yeah.
And I kept my bike up,
Yeah.
but I watched my Uncle Tony, and he hit hard. Oh my God, did he ever hit hard?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I get off, I see
Yeah.
his bike, I pick his bike up, I shut it off, right?
Yeah.
And get it up.
Yeah.
It's pretty beat up, right? $70,000
Yeah, I
bike.
know,
I'm like,
I
oh my
know.
God, man, what the fuck are you doing, man?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I said, Uncle Tony, you didn't see everybody going this way, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
staying in between and
Yeah.
following. Why did you? What were you doing? Well, I was following you. There he goes.
You didn't realize I wasn't moving.
You didn't realize I was waiting for you guys, so you guys can safely go. Oh fuck!
Oh, it's so funny.
Oh my, yeah. It was
He
priceless.
was funny. Oh,
But
my
he
God.
couldn't. We had to put him in the crash truck. Right?
I'll tell you a funny story about him since we got onto it. So one time, I was out at my brother Larry's, and my brother Larry, his son Junior, Larry Junior, and my niece Leah's husband Ryan, and Michael might have even been there. I'm not sure, but I think Michael was there too.
Yeah.
Anyways, went out for Saturday or whatever, and we all started drinking, and which I don't do with them very often. That's rare, you know that, very rare. But this one Saturday, I thought, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to spend the night, and we'll have some drinks and have some fun, right? And shoot the shit. And we were talking and laughing and whatever, right? So Ryan says, "Oh, watch, guys, watch this, watch this." He goes, I got a great idea. He said, "Just give me like a half hour." Right?
Yeah.
So he boop, boop, boop on his phone. He boop, boop, boop. And he goes out of the garage and he comes back into the garage. Just boop, 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 boop. And okay, whatever. And we're like, okay. And he goes, it's going to take about a half hour. He said, but just watch, right? And we're like, okay. So, about a half hour later, Larry gets a call from Tony, right? Freaking out. You can't sell my truck with the tire. What are you doing? You can't. Fucking what the fuck? You guys are fucked. I can't believe you'd fucking do that to me. You said I could store it there. And Larry's like, whoa, man. Like, whoa, what are you talking about? Right? Will somebody put on Kijiji 500 or best offer for my truck with brand new tires on the back, right? 4 brand new tires, right? Ryan, and we're laughing, and Larry bursts out laughing. We're all just, oh my God. And he's like, oh, fuck you guys. You guys are assholes, man. And Ryan's like, I'll take it down. He lost it. It was so funny, man. I'm like, oh, Ryan, you kill me, man. Oh, that was awesome. Oh, Ryan's so funny. I get such a kick out of him, man. Honestly, we laughed so hard for like an hour. We were laughing. Yeah.
Yeah.
He had feelings for the truck. I don't know what it was about that truck, but he had feelings for it. You know, he's very much in love with that truck.
I find attachment to certain things.
Oh,
right?
oh my God!
They
Like
have certain memories.
oh,
certain
he had a
everything,
brand
right?
spanking
My
new.
Thunderbird was like that. It was
Oh
like,
yeah, no,
man,
he had a
so
brand
upset
spanking new
about it.
Dodge truck, but he was storing this old Chevy. But he had 4 brand spanking new tires for his new truck in the back, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's pissed off about more than anything. But he had some sort of attachment to the truck, and then he ended up giving it to TJ, his son.
Yeah.
Right? And I laughed because I said, well, TJ, are you ever allowed to sell it? And he started laughing. He said, well, I'll sell it if I fucking want to. I said, well, what would your dad say about that? He said he'll cry about it, but he'll have to get over it. Yeah. Oh, man, we laughed. So funny, eh? You guys are fucking assholes, man. I can't believe you do that to me.
Yeah.
So funny.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. No, Ryan, man, Ryan come up with some good ones. Ryan was pretty funny that way. He come up with some. He used to pick on him all the time, just drive him nuts. Right around the bend. Although he loved Ryan, like he really did. Yeah, he loved Ryan very much. But I mean, Ryan sometimes would just get him going for the fun of it, just because he was so easy to wind up. He was really one of these guys that. You know, you could take like if I said I'm taking my eye out, he'd fucking lose it. Dude, oh my God, I'm gonna piss! Don't you fucking dare! Like pull a tantrum almost right in front of you, right? Like, okay, man, settle down. I won't. You know, it kind of reminded me of The Rock a little bit sometimes, right? You know?
He did. He'd get right upset about
Yeah.
it, too, right high strung about it.
You throw a tantrum like. It wasn't just somebody getting a little upset. It was somebody throwing a tantrum right in front of you. And it would just make you laugh. Like you had no choice but to laugh.
Oh, you get right fired up.
Oh, my God. Larry do the same thing. Larry would say something just to piss him off. Just to get him throw a tantrum.
He was like, so how do you feel there, Tony? Oh, fucking.
Yeah.
He was fucking.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. He was like, you
Yeah.
know, fucking.
Yeah, he had.
Embarrassed, he's like.
He had throat cancer, and so he had surgery, like a very serious surgery, but he lost a lot of his teeth and stuff too. So understanding him was difficult. Like
Not
you
at
really,
that time, no, he was good.
You really had to pay attention. He was better.
That trip there was before his cancer, right?
Yeah.
But and I'm glad we got to do it.
Oh, of course.
But it's unfortunate, eh? Like, because he was having such a good ride. We made it a good way through Shuswap, right? We did. No, we really did. We were having a great time. We were down in Penticton, like
then
area,
then
Summerfield.
Then he had to put it on a tow truck.
Well, yeah, because we were riding with friends, right?
Yeah,
so they had friends that were here and there, and then we'd stop and we'd visit the families there.
Yeah,
right?
Of course, yeah.
And that's what we were doing. So, you know, we had a trip planned, so
Yeah.
we weren't finishing it, you
Yeah.
know, like I said.
Yeah.
So when I got home, it was too late. I went to the doctors, and the doctor's like, I think it's broken.
Yeah, you think so? No. Yeah.
But it's too late now.
It's not in its right place. So I'm gonna say it's probably broken.
It's twisted over, and he goes,
I remember when you showed it to me. I was like, oh, come on, man, come on. Like, what the hell? That was so gross. Oh, so gross.
Yeah.
But God love him. My brother Tony, he was a character through and through, and everybody that met him liked him or hated him, loved him or hated him.
Yeah.
There's no in the middle. It's kind of like me.
Sure did.
Probably like you too.
Yeah.
You know, people that love me, fucking love me. People that hate me, fucking hate me.
Yeah.
No in the middle. You'll never meet anybody that'll say, oh, I kind of like Carla. No, they either love me or they don't. It's just that simple. And Tony was no exception in the family, and we're probably all very much like that.
No, we all have our fucking Tourette's.
Well, whatever, yeah. I mean, we're
like
all
little ticks and everything.
Well, and we're all outspoken, and we're all a bit arrogant, and we're, you know, we have our foibles, but on the other hand, we have some awesome qualities, like we're loyal. And, you know, we're the kind of people you could call at 3 o'clock in the morning for a ride and we'll be there, you know, or you're broken down somewhere. We're the people that are going to go and get you. Like, that's that's who we are. So we have some awesome qualities, but we have a few shit ones too. You know, I'm adult enough to admit that.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
I'll admit
yeah,
my fact.
yeah.
But you know, I'm a better person for it.
I think so. I understand where my flaws are, and of course I try to better them all the time. But some things are just a part of who you are, and that's just it.
Yeah, that's what
So,
learning's all about, right?
But Tony,
You don't
man,
fail.
he was funny.
He was
'cause,
funny, man. He was.
Like he would throw a tantrum unlike any adult I've ever seen. Like,
Oh, that
he was
that,
just
I'm
like
telling
a
you, man,
5-year-old
that trip there,
throwing
Colin, you should've
himself
seen
on
him.
the floor. Throwing himself on the floor, holding his breath, like that. That's what you would see out of this grown-ass man. Whenever something would just set him off the wrong way, right? He'd throw this tantrum, and you just couldn't help but laugh. Like,
I'm telling you,
laugh.
he felt like Peter Fonda when he was on that trip.
Yeah,
with us.
oh,
I'm
yeah,
telling you,
I
like,
know,
he
he
was
told
like,
me.
oh, this, you know, it's really expensive,
Oh, he
$70,000 fucking.
Yeah, he bragged
you know,
about that
yeah,
trip.
that was
man.
a
He
nice
loved
shovel,
it.
though. It was a really
Oh,
nice
man,
shovel.
that was a beautiful
He did a
bike.
really nice
Yeah.
job. Paint job's done. It was done
Oh,
in
man,
Nashville.
it
I'm
was-
not sure of the artist.
It was.
But I designed the original piece for the artist to
Yeah.
use
Yeah,
because he wanted my art
Yeah.
on his bike.
yeah.
So I just
But, I mean,
designed
that
a
was-
piece.
that
and
was
he
a
wanted
show
a
bike.
shovel head. He wanted, and I
Yeah,
did
it
a
was
nice
a
job
it was
with
a show bike. It really
It
was
was
a
cool.
beautiful piece
But
of
he did a
art.
really nice fucking
Yeah.
work with it.
Yeah,
He did a really good
and
job.
the leather dude, man.
Yeah,
did
the
well.
leather
Oh,
it
wow.
had stingray
Yeah.
leather, and it had
Oh,
fuck. It was beautiful.
beautiful, beautiful.
And then I believe it burned in the fires.
It burned in the fires in Fort
Fort
McMurray.
McMurray.
Yeah, that was heartbreaking. He lost everything in the fires.
That's what
in
it died.
Fort
And
McMurray,
no, I was shortly after that he got diagnosed with cancer.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Stress, right?
Yeah.
It's hard.
But God love my brother Larry. My brother Larry looked after
Yeah.
him pretty much
God
to the
bless.
end. So.
Actually, you know what? God
And
love
TJ.
them all, man.
And
You know,
TJ.
cheers to you there,
Yeah.
Uncle Tony, man. We
Yeah,
had a lot of
brother.
good rides and a lot of great
Love
times to give you.
Hope you're in a
Love you
better
and miss
place
you.
and you have a better understanding.
He was a cool uncle.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
He was who he was. That's one thing I'll say about him. There was no mistaking who he was. And me and him didn't have much of a relationship. But for the times that we did hang out and have fun, I had fun. I can say that.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I didn't always enjoy my time with
No,
him.
for sure.
And that was mostly after the cancer and stuff like that. But before the cancer, if we'd hang out and, you know, get together as a family and all talk and laugh.
I think because he always
know.
looked at me like I was his nephew in his eyes. You know what I mean?
Well,
So that's why.
well,
we had
you are
different
his nephew,
relationships.
but
I know,
he's
but
more like a son.
I didn't feel more like the brother like I do with you and Paul.
yeah,
right?
oh
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, for
You
sure.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's why we did so much together as a family with
Yeah.
Grandma and Grandpa.
Yeah,
And they never got to see all that.
no,
You
no,
know,
no,
till
no,
later.
didn't. Yeah,
You know?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we've seen a lot more than anybody. Like
Oh,
we
yeah.
traveled to a lot of places.
oh yeah, yeah.
Like it's
Seattle.
unbelievable. That's like we
Seattle.
were down mountains
You
and we've seen
remember?
a lot of
Remember
shit.
when we went to Seattle and we got stuck waiting for the ferry,
Yeah.
and the old man took a shit in the portable toilet there and stunk us everybody out. We had to get out. We had to get out of the van. It smelled so bad. We were gay.
Fucking-
And he's like, what's wrong with you guys? Not just a shit. And Mom's like, rolling down the windows, opening up the doors.
That's
It's
what
like,
he
come
drank
on.
too, man.
Why didn't you just go up to the bathroom? Well, I got a bathroom right here. What do I know? It's fucking just terrible.
That's what he drank too, right?
Yeah, it's just terrible, man. Terrible. We're in the States, too. We go to Spokane. And we finished whatever. We went shopping. We did some
Yeah.
shopping because it was so much cheaper back then, especially in the States than in Canada. So
Yeah.
we got some like Nike shoes and a few things because like there was like $20. Canada was like 100, right? So.
Yeah.
So we were able to get like a nice pair of running shoes and some nice clothes and whatever.
Yeah.
So
That's why they used to go down there to different places. But we seen a fucking lot of
so-
different types of places down there too. We went
Oh,
to
yeah.
different places. It
Oh
wasn't
yeah,
just those states.
all along the
we
border
did
there.
Spokane,
for
we
sure.
did all
Montana.
Yeah,
we
Montana.
did all that. So anyway, so we get out of the mall and that. And now we're heading back. We're going to Victoria Island. So we're heading towards Seattle, catch the ferry to go over to Victoria, and we're going to camp at Victoria for the week, and then we head home.
Yeah.
So we get out and you kind of get on the highway, and the old man cracks a beer. And Mom's like, "What are you doing?" And he goes, "Well, we're in the States. You can drink and drive in the States." And Mom's like, "No, you can't." And me and Paul are like, "No, you can't." And he's like, "Ah, sure you can, right?" And I'm like, "Dad, seriously, man, you cannot drink and drive in the States, man. That's not okay."
You can
right?
drink and drive.
No, he finishes the beer and he grabbed a second one, and we're like, "Dad, seriously, man, you're going to go to jail. What are you doing?" And he's like, you guys don't know what you're talking about, but fine." He's fine. He puts it down and he doesn't drink the after that, right? He just, because everybody's pissed off at him and yelling at him, right?
Yeah.
But it's so funny. He's like, "Oh, it's States. It doesn't matter here. Nobody cares
Nobody
here.
cares
Nobody
here."
cares here." I'm like, yeah, they kind of do. Especially if you're Canadian, you know. You're going to be paying the guy $1,000 cash to shut up and fuck off.
Oh, it was awesome. We had a lot of fucking good times.
Oh, he was crazy, man.
Talk about a functional family, eh?
Yeah, and one of the times there when we went down that way, I can't remember where we were, but it was around somewhere in Montana. It was a town in little city in Montana.
We were awesome.
And Mom said, you know what, it was like raining and stuff like that, and she said, "You know what, let's get a hotel for the night," because like we had to sleep out in a tent and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Me, you, and Paul always had to sleep in the tent.
Yeah.
So Mom said, no, it's late, it was dark, we're not doing that, we're going to stay in a hotel for tonight, get a nice shower, get a nice rest, get a couple of beds, the kids can sleep in one, we'll sleep in the other. Right? So he pulls into this cheap, like $1 an hour fucking motel, right?
Makes
and
sense.
Mom's like, "No. No." And he's like, "What do you mean, no?" And she's like, "No, I am not staying here. Like, I can practically see the cockroaches climbing outside the walls. Like, no. And "Yeah, we are. We're staying here. There's nothing wrong with this. It's the cheapest place around." Right? So he goes in and he gets the room. And Mom looks at us and she says, "Do not bring the luggage in. Stop. Don't touch anything. We're not doing anything until we see what we're looking at here." Right? So we go in, and sure enough, man, there's cockroaches all over the fucking place. Like, this place is gross. It's so gross. The sheets look like they got stains all over them. Like, it's fucking disgusting. And Mom's like, "Nah." And my mom doesn't swear.
He's cheap.
Right? My mom doesn't swear. You know that. Right? And if you remember, Mom went, "No fucking way are we staying here. That is not happening. You go get our money back." And the old man's like, "What?" And Mom said, Mom looked at him and she said, "I swear to God, I'll divorce you right here, right now. No fucking way am I allowing myself or my children to fucking stay in this place. Not happening." So he goes back to the front desk and try and get his money back. And they say, "No, you paid for the night. You paid for the night. There's no refunds. You don't like the room. That's not our problem," right? That kind of thing. And he goes, oh yeah, okay. So he comes back out to the van. He grabs the hatchet. He goes back to the office, and he said, "Now you're gonna give me my fucking money, or I'm gonna take it out on every fucking surface in this little room. And if you think I give a fuck for going to jail, I don't. 3 square meals a day with a fucking roof over my head, I'm good." Right? And they're like, "Whoa," and he's like, "Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, okay, here's your money." He comes up with his money, and we go to like a Holiday Inn down the road that was like 10 times more expensive, because this was like a pay by the hour. Fuck.
Yeah.
It was terrible. I was like, damn, oh my God, man. Yeah, he was cheap. He was really fucking cheap. Yeah.
My nose is right dry tonight.
But yeah, my mom never swore very often, but that is one of the one times that she's like, "No fucking way, not ever gonna fucking happen, no way." And me and Paul were like, we actually backed up when she said that, because I thought she was just gonna attack him. Like,
He had some bright ideas.
Oh yeah.
Fucking save a buck, right?
Yeah.
Anything to save a buck.
He was so funny, man. When he had asbestos cancer, So I would say the last 8-9 years of his life, he knew he was sick, right?
Mhm.
And so he tried working and he did the best he could, but he wasn't well, and that was pretty evident. He knew it, but he didn't tell anybody, and I think if we were paying closer attention, we would have known it too, right?
Yeah.
But we knew he was slowing down. So anyways, he decided, my mom had an upholstery business where she would do like, if somebody had a boat that they wanted the upholstery done for the chairs or whatever, she would do it, or draperies, or a couch, or if somebody wanted their vehicle, redone, whatever. So she'd do classic cars, and she specialized in French provincial and stuff like that, right? And so he started helping her more in the business when he slowed down from working because he didn't like doing nothing. And he always figured he knew better than Mom. Now, Mom was an upholsterer for 45 years, and he did not know better. Excuse me, sorry. Swallowed the wrong way there. He did not know better than Mom when it came to pricing upholstery.
Yeah.
Okay, not even a little bit. So she thought, okay, well, if he wants to do something, I know, I'll get him to go out and do measurements. Well, no, that's not good. Don't want him doing measurements. Terrible measurements. First couple of times he did it, way off, way wrong, totally wrong. Right? So Mom would ask me and Paul, as we got older, when we were, even once we were out of the house, right?
Yeah.
If she didn't have time to go do measurements, because me and Paul did it for years for her,
2
right?
seconds. Yeah, keep going. Yeah, keep going.
And so we won't get him to do measurements. So maybe he can do sales, right? Maybe, we'll get him on the sales part, right? So he did pretty good getting clients, right? So he'd go and he'd get Mom a client, and then Mom would go in and Mom would give them a quote. And let's say she said, oh yeah, for that couch, that's going to be, $2,500, right? And the customer would be like, oh, okay, yeah, $2,500, and I can get this material, and she'd have her swatches and everything all ready to go and whatever, right? And there the old man goes, because maybe he liked them or something. I don't know what he was thinking. But he'd say, you know what, Doreen, I think you could do that for $3,100 or $2,100, or and Mom would look at him like they've already agreed to the price. Why are you lowballing the price,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But he would do that all the time. Like, so much so she got to a point where she couldn't take him to the quote.
Yeah.
She'd say either stay in the car or don't come. You can't. You keep undercutting me, and I don't know why. They already agreed to the price. Like, let it alone, right? And a couple of times he'd be like, yeah, no, okay, I get it. And he'd still do it, right? And I'd be like, oh my God, like, oh, Mom, I don't know what you're gonna do, right? So funny, but he was a character, man.
Yeah.
Same with the bread. I don't know what was up with bread.
Always bring moldy bread home.
Bread, just bread, any bread. Bread's on sale. He's bringing, like, we had 2 freezers full of bread, and nobody was eating it. It's like, what, Dad? Why do you keep buying bread? Then he'd dig down and he'd bring all the frostbitten ones out, throw them out, and give them to the birds.
Bread, bread. Nobody likes raisin bread, Stop buying fucking raisin bread.
I used to laugh. I'd be like, Dad, like, same as I watched him. Like, this is how cheap he was. One day we went to the store and he had to buy cat food. He asked me to go with him. So, but then again, he was sick at that time because he asked me to drive. Right? And that didn't happen very often.
Yeah.
That he asked me to drive. So I go with him anyways. He said, well, come in with me. Just come in with me. All right. So we go in and he picks up cat food because it's on sale. Right? It's on sale. So he picks up, I don't know, like 5 cans, 10 cans, whatever it was, right? And and it was 10 cents more than he expected it to be. And he goes, he's arguing with her. It's on sale and blah, blah, blah. It's 10 cents cheaper. And I'm standing there. I'm like, oh my God, Dad, I'll give you 10 cents. Like, seriously, if this, can we just go? Like, I'm embarrassed. I'm just dying over 10 cents. Like, It's not, you know, you got 10 cans, it's a penny a can. A penny a can. Like, come on, it's not that detrimental.
He just wanted to win,
Yeah.
that's all. I just want to win this battle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and she's like, well, yes, sir, it is on sale, but it's on sale for this, not for that. And he's like, no, I swear when I read it, it said, she's like, well, I'm showing you right here, right? And I pulled a dime out of my pocket, and I said, Dad, here, and I gave it to her. I said, here, you got what you want. You got what you want. Can we now go? Like, I've had enough. That's it, right? But that's how cheap he was. He would have stood there and argued, you know, for an hour over 10 cents. Like, my time's worth more than that. Right? But yeah, no.
Don't have all day to sit here.
And you know what's funny? Here's the funniest part of it. Because I don't know if I've ever told Tracy even those stories about him, right? But I'll find myself and she'll look at me and she'll go, why do you keep buying corn? We got a whole bunch of corn. I don't know, right? Or one month we're coming up on Christmas or something, I'll buy stovetop stuff and it's like we've got 6 boxes. Stop buying stuff. Right? And I find myself doing the same thing as the old man, right? And I'm like, oh my God, what is wrong with me?
6 boxes.
Oh, pay attention. Pay attention. Right?
6 boxes of fucking stuff.
Yeah, stovetop stuff. Tracy's like, we don't have this kind of room, okay? You know? So funny. So funny. And she just laughs at me. She's like, oh, or cranberry sauce. I'll do the same thing with cranberry sauce when we're coming up to a holiday.
Yeah.
And I'll think, oh yeah, we need cranberry sauce, right? And then I'll go shopping again. Oh yeah, we need cranberries. She's like, we got 10 cans of fucking cranberry sauce. Stop buying cranberry sauce. Yeah, oh right, okay, yeah.
I let
Slap
Shelly
the forehead.
make lists because I'm.
Slap the forehead, eh? Like, come on, Carla, get with it. You bought 10 cans, you don't remember what you just did, or what? It's so funny. So funny.
But.
And every time she says it, I just think of the old man and the bread and stuff like that, right? I just start laughing and go, well, at least I come by it honestly. At least I come by it honestly.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, that's probably
yeah, we had a good episode today.
Yeah,
I think we had a good
so.
time.
I hope you guys
hope
enjoyed
you guys did. Hit the like and subscribe button if
Absolutely.
you enjoyed us tonight.
Still working on the glass eye thing, so
yeah, and
if you want to
sorry
see if
we're so behind on episodes, but you're going to find out that I think we have 3 or 4 that are going to be hitting up here.
Yeah, you know, we
see.
got it. We got a couple. We amalgamated a couple because we did have a couple done. It's just getting to edit them and stuff like that, and finding the time. So
yeah, so sorry we got a little lazy there. If we did, if you feel that way, just leave like and subscribe.
Yeah,
the comments down below.
You could comment and call us lazy arseholes if you like, but you know, life gets busy sometimes. For
how
both
about
of us.
have we reached those like buttons yet? Have we checked that?
No, we haven't yet.
Maybe
So hopefully this will be the episode. Yeah, I'll go through them and get going on it. But yeah, Tristan's going to be releasing a compilation, I think, tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then I'll edit this one and we'll get this one out. And there's one more I want to get out too.
Perfect.
So yeah, we'll roll them out like every other day.
Yeah.
Every 3rd, 4th day for the next week or so.
Yeah.
Until we get caught up.
Till we get back together.
Yeah, like I said, I know it sounds like a bit of an excuse with the storm and stuff we had, but it really was bad.
Yeah. No,
and it really put everybody back, and
everybody's
everybody trying to help everybody else out.
Yeah, it's still kind of like, well, it's like, you know, it's melting now, so
yeah.
Now we got to deal with fixing things.
Yeah, like I've had to fix my heat pump twice.
Trees. There's trees that drop things, and you know.
Yeah, I had to fix my heat pump twice now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just.
That's crazy, eh?
It is, yeah, and you need heat. So we are in Canada.
I know, eh? Yeah.
So I definitely don't want to be without heat. So anyways, we've had a lot on our plate, but we're getting there. We're going to get them out, and you guys have an awesome week, an awesome day, and we love you all, man.
Yeah,
we love you all.
I hope you guys enjoy our videos, and I hope you know, like I said, be nice, share, like, hit the like and subscribe button. You know, we try to give you something, you know. I hope you enjoy it.
And like I said, we love suggestions on any. If we got friends out there that know some crazy stories, from times we were with them or whatever, and you'd like us to tell those stories, remind us, because I mean, we've got so many, it's ridiculous. You know, I mean, there's just not enough hours in a day, really.
No, and then sometimes you might feel like you feel like you're telling the same one. And
Yeah,
like, maybe not. No, I don't think we told this one.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, if we double up.
Because it's unplanned, right? We're
Yeah.
just kind of do our thing, right?
Yeah, and yeah, you're looking at two people that really have lived life. Like, I have no regrets. I've lived my life, so I've got a ton of stories because I've done everything I've ever wanted to do.
Damn straight.
You know.
Shabbat.
So yeah, Shabbat indeed. Yeah, yeah. I got a couple of good Montreal stories too. Yeah, like, you know. So, anyways, and I got a couple of good Cheryl stories. My friend Cheryl that used to own the bar.
Yeah.
I got a couple of really good stories about her. She's funnier than all freaking get out, man. One of the funniest people I've ever met. And so yeah, so we got some good stuff coming
Fucking
up.
right on.
So, anyways, you guys have an awesome day, week, night. And we love you. Hit that like, subscribe, share it.
Yes, fucking
comment,
right, guys. Keep her down and keep your stick on the ice.
Yeah,
Whatever
there
else
you
you
go.
gotta do.
Yeah,
You know?
Great White North.
That's
Woo!
right, guys. Cheers. Cheers from Nova Scotia.
Take care, folks.
Have a good one.